the International Paralympic Committee do blindfold certain sports like running, like downhill skiing. The difference is you are attached to a human being who is your guide, who is there to reassure you, to assist you when you're running, when you're downhill skiing. You have a guide, a human guide helping you. The other difference is, this is where equestrian sport is incredibly unique. It is the only Olympic sport that involves another creature of 650 kilos of individual mind and muscle. It is not a creature, it's a flight animal. It is not a creature that can rationalise the fact that its rider is terribly nervous because they're wearing a blindfold. It doesn't get that. They are incredibly instinctive creatures that react to fear, react to nervousness, and you don't have a human guide guiding you around the arena. You are guiding and reassuring a big lump of muscle, which really, if it decides enough is enough, enough is enough. It will get you off its back, it will bolt, it will buck, it will rear. And there is nothing you can do as a rider to contain and train that instinctive behaviour that's been in it for millions of years. And the other issue is, in other sports, blind people are competing exclusively against blind people. Now, I think it is wrong to blindfold anybody. I think it is demeaning. I think it is totally a miscomprehension of blindness, because very, very, very few people are black blind. It's incredibly rare. Most people like me have light sensitivity. The difference is that in equestrian sport, for example, I am grade 3. I am medically classified by the IPC eye specialists from around the world as grade 3. I'm pretty blind, basically. I've got 7% light and dark now. It's very, very small. In grade 3 in equestrian sport, you are not competing against other riders exclusively that are blind. Across the world, there are 185 international competitors in grade 3. Only 15 of those are registered blind. The other 170 are a complete plethora of disabilities that are graded as they have equivalent severity of disability. So you might have somebody with cerebral palsy. You might have somebody with bad legs. Now, every other disability is given aids to maximise their ability. None of them are put in a straitjacket, none of them are put in leg braces, none of them are physically restricted in any way. They are enabled. This level playing field, everyone wants a level playing field, but the blindfold is actually upsetting that level playing field. The medical classification is your level playing field. The reason you are graded in that category is because your disability is of a certain severity. So I find it incredibly frustrating, and for me it is putting people in danger. If a blind rider, if their horse gets spooked and because they're nervous and they're blindfolded and they fall off and break their back, heaven forbid, but who is going to be responsible for that? Because we have flagged, not just myself but other blind riders, how dangerous this is. And it's scary enough riding a horse, and taking that leap of faith and sitting up on a horse when you can't see anyway. Some people go, you're bonkers, what the hell are you doing? On 3 levels, I think it's impinging on your human rights, it's putting people in danger, and it's also very, very negative. It's creating a stereotype, not breaking a stereotype down. To black out somebody's eyes is a very negative image. It talks, for me, it symbolises torture. It's a symbol of taking away somebody's self. That's why they use blindfold in horrible situations, kidnapping, torture. It is very important, I think, for the public to see people's eyes, because although we can't see out, it's very important for people to see in. For me, the Paralympics is about using what you've got to the best of your ability to achieve great things. And by blindfolding somebody, you're actually saying you don't really have to be blind to be in this category. You've just got to be able to learn to do a very dangerous circus trick. So I really hope that when it's reviewed, they will literally see the light and allow us to see the light.